Alright, welcome back to Taste Panel for Chili Nerds, and this is episode 64. Alright, well today I want to start things out with a story, okay? So, the other day I decided that I was going to take like a road trip, get in my car, just drive, and I kind of had a destination in mind, and it was a place that I had been before, so I was pretty sure of my of where I was going and how I was going to go about getting there. So that particular day, I was driving along, and sometimes what happens is bad, but sometimes your mind kind of strays when you're alone, you're driving, you're kind of taking in the scenery, and lo and behold, I did take a wrong turn. Okay, so I took this wrong turn and found myself driving along, looking out, and things started to look unfamiliar. And I'm driving, there's lots of farms, farmland, and it got into a really back country looking area. I mean, maybe kind of like that movie, The Wrong Turn, but not quite that bad. But lots of farmland. I'm driving along, and lo and behold, I run across an orchard, okay? Off on my left-hand side, it was an orchard. I saw all the trees, and it looked like a big farm / orchard. And there it was before me, a ramshackle, old, long farmer's market, okay? You know, the kind of the parking lot has parking spaces. You park all along the front of it, and it was just an old dilapidated thing, but the sign said open. So, hey, what I did was pull right in. Just to check out what they had, that type of thing. And, you know how things work out sometimes, even though you make that wrong turn and you find yourself lost. Hey, I happened to come across this in my travels, okay? A big honkin' bottle of Bechdolt Orchard's chili sauce. Okay, now I never had heard of Bechtolt's Orchard, okay, but it says our own. Alright, so this is stuff they make, and you can see that again. Alright, now, so, yeah, I was quick to pick this up. It was, a real reasonable buy for such a big bottle. Okay, yeah, I guess the only I'm going to get into the ingredients here because there's absolutely no other writing on here other than it is their own. So, what is in this guy? Tomatoes, onions, red and green bell peppers, celery, cider vinegar, spices, and salt. Alright, I know, it doesn't sound like much of a chili sauce. Okay, having that bell pepper base and not much of what I would consider to be chili peppers. However, we're probably not going to get a lot of heat out of this, but this is not the hot panel. This show is called the Taste Panel, so we are also looking for flavor. And so let's give Bechdolt Orchard's chili sauce, okay, their own, a try. And who knows, it might just be gold, right? So, pop this guy off. Okay. Wow, kind of smelling very tomatoey. Getting a really rich, oniony, tomatoey aroma coming off of there. Very, very garden-like in the aroma. Consistency looks pretty thick, so I'm thinking this is going to be more along the lines of salsa, as you can kind of see there. That's kind of heavy-duty thick. I don't even know how well this is going to pour, guys. This looks like something I need to kind of spread out with a knife, I think. Let me see if I can break this loose. Yeah. Alright. I will do my best. Tell you what, let's try this method. Alright, this seems to be working better. Okay. Now, there we have it. Okay. Yeah, it looks kind of really pasty. Kind of, again, like more along the lines of a salsa. So, hey, without further ado, let's give this guy a go. Bechdolt Orchard's own chili sauce with bell peppers. All right. All right, very kind of really upfront sweet with tomatoes. There's a lot, as you can see, a lot of chunks going on there. I think we had chunks of pepper, chunks of tomato, chunks of onion, and what's really good though is in the back. I'm getting a really kind of almost sugary, cinnamony thing going on in the back. So it's really on the sweet side, not only from the tomatoes, but again, kind of has a sugary, almost cinnamony taste. Other than that, I'm getting some of those onions and perhaps some of those bell peppers, but really fighting that sweetness. So, take a look at that if you can. Woo, kind of rich and thick and, hey, really sweet. It's a sweet chili sauce, no doubt about that. So, get your corn chips and take a dip of Bechdolt Orchard's chili sauce. Yeah, how about that? I didn't bring any, so the spoon will have to do for today. So I have this kind of garden vegetable, kind of sweet, sugary, cinnamony note in my mouth right now. Sometimes, like I took the wrong turn, going to my destination, the physical wrong turn on the road. Sometimes in life we take that proverbial wrong turn and we find ourselves in trouble, usually the result of some bad decision or other. And but the cool thing being is the Lord does good for those who believe in Him, okay? And since we're all subject to sin, everybody makes bad decisions that kind of take you away from the word of the Lord or what would be pleasing to the Lord. However, the cool thing is God doesn't let you down with that, okay? He doesn't just go away. All right, you may make such a bad decision that it may leave you with some sort of permanent scars because, hey, you do dumb things, and what happens? Dumb things can happen back to you. There's consequences for bad actions. All right, but again, for believers, God hangs in there, okay? And sometimes He makes good things come from your mistakes, okay? So it's kind of like the old adage, you're going to learn from your mistakes, okay? And God really comes through sometimes with good things, and He brings good out of that bad, okay? Almost like, if I was going to give an earthly example, it's kind of like my wrong turn. Okay, I took a wrong turn, got veered off from my destination, got lost, and kind of a scary thing being lost. So, but then I came across and found the Bechdolt Orchard, and while we might not have found the hottest chili sauce in the world, we certainly found a sweet one, and one that's rich and zesty for sure. So, read your Bibles and, put your faith in this man, and good things come to you always, even in the midst of your darkest hours. Alright, so hey, there's going to be really no need to come back because there's no real heat with this guy at all. This sauce is obviously not about the heat, as we saw from the ingredients, okay? So I'm going to wrap up the show, and we'll have a little bit of a short episode of the panel on this one. So, hey, again, read your Bibles, pray, and I will be back with another chili sauce shortly, very soon. So hey, sometimes the story is a little bit more interesting than the sauce. So this might be one of those cases. So we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.